from the cradle to the grave. I've never met you, touched you, or tasted you, but I know you. You're destructive. You're the uninvited guest responsible for ruining countless birthdays and holidays. You're hungry and greedy. Possessing my son wasn't enough, so you cast your net wider, creating a family disease which knows no boundaries and no limits. You took my family. You took a part of me. It wasn't just my son you stole. I was your slave, too. You made me bury someone I would have given my last breath to save. No one person's pain is bigger or more hard-earned than others, but I know my voice echoes many when I say our pain is unique. When drugs are present in a family, it truly is one day at a time. From the time my knees hit the floor and I begged and screamed for anyone to tell me it wasn't true, I felt every emotion known, from a state of shock to desperation, to being completely numb, to being in denial, to being angry. But who am I angry at? Am I angry at God for taking my son from me? How can you be angry at God for saving him from his pain and protecting him from the evils of this world? Am I angry at the facilities that failed him when he wanted the help to recover? Yes. Am I angry at the dealer for pushing his poison with no regard for the human life, only the money? Yes. Am I angry at the cops for not pursuing the investigation? Yes. Am I angry at the pharmaceuticals for pushing their pills and handing them out like candy without giving a warning of the after effects? Yes. Am I angry at myself for not saving him and protecting him? Yes. All the what-ifs, should-haves, and could-haves will forever haunt me. If I'd have done one thing differently, maybe, just maybe, my son might still be here. Lee was so much more than his addiction. He was a loving and caring soul that would have done anything for anyone. He was an old soul in a young man's body. He had a contagious laugh and an infectious grin that could light up a room, even in the darkest of moments. He had a heart full of pure love and loved unconditionally. He loved animals, especially his dog Blaze. He loved his family and friends with every fiber of his being. I guess you could say he was also naive for thinking others loved the same. From the moment I found out I was pregnant, I carried him inside my body and soul for 9 months. His heartbeat was a part of my heartbeat. When he was born, I carried him to his cradle every night and prayed to be the best mom that I could be. I carried him through the stages of growing up and becoming a man any mother would be proud to have as a son. I carried him through the ups and downs of life, praying for God to keep him safe. When he graduated high school in 2011, Lee was hospitalized for 2 weeks with a severe condition of diverticulitis. Little did I know the pain meds he was treated with would start his journey with addiction. Having struggled with depression and anxiety, he lost control and addiction took over his life. His addiction took over Lee's hopes and dreams, and in February 2016, he wanted to gain control back of his life, and he had asked for help because he didn't want to die. My daughter and I took him to West Branch, and from that point on, we stood by his side and fought the fight, encouraging him through the process of his recovery. He was gaining control of his life once again, and you could see the glimmer of hope and the life coming back into his eyes and his smile. The laughter and his caring and loving personality that his addiction had robbed him of was coming back. He fought for 8 months against the devil, and for 8 months he had thought everything was under control. On November 12th, 2016, at 2:39 p.m., I got a phone call at work. I remember hearing, "Miss Snyder, this is the Lycoming County Coroner, Chuck Kiesling. I'm sorry, but we found your son this morning." From that moment on, I sank to the floor and I became numb and I couldn't breathe. I remember thinking this was some sort of sick joke, that it wasn't my son they found. It couldn't be my son. It couldn't be Lee. He didn't want to die. He was fighting his addiction and everything was going to be okay. He had love and support and a family that needed him. 5 days later, on November 18th, 2016, I carried my son's casket to his grave. There's a stigma and a preconceived notion of what a drug addict looks like and what their family life must be like. It's not what you see on TV and hear about. I'm the face of a parent that lost her child to this epidemic. I could be anybody. This epidemic we're surrounded by isn't picking and choosing. There's not one demographic. Mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, grandchildren. It's claiming everyone. Since Lee has died, I've fought with a different type of grief every day. I struggle every day with the should-haves, the could-haves. Maybe if I did this or had done that differently, my son would still be here. You have one job as a parent, and that's to protect your child. But when something like this happens, the haunting reality of feeling like I failed my son will forever remain in the shattered pieces of my heart. Now every night I pray for the strength and courage to carry me through this journey of having a child in the heavens. If you're in active addiction, ask for help before it's too late. It takes a strong person to ask for help, but you've got to know that your life matters, and there are people out there that want to help. If you're in recovery, please stay strong and continue to fight with every fiber of your soul. And remember that you are the reason for someone's heart to continue to beat. And to those of us walking this journey with a child beyond the stars, know that you're not walking alone. We'll forever have a bond like no other. On October 28th, 1992, an angel was born. On November 12th, 2016, my angel received his wings. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. If Lee's story can save just one more person's life, then I'll take some comfort in knowing that my son did not die in vain.